Hello friends, in the last video we have discussed about the types of footings. In the present video we will see what are the criteria for the depth of footing. Criteria for let us say depth of the footing. So the first and foremost question is that why can't we construct a footing on the top of the soil surface? Have you ever get it out? Why we have to construct always below some depth? Otherwise, there is the question why depth of the foundation should be there. Can't we construct a foundation on the top of the soil? The answer is no. Why? Because if we construct a footing on the soil, means that we cannot attain the fixity at the bottom level of the footing. Why? Because suppose let us say if there is a soil here, ground surface, and if I am constructing a footing like this, okay, I have constructed, but do you think the top of the soil, do you think it is stable enough? No. Why? Because if any storm is happened, then because of some other reasons or because of water flow, what will happen? There is a possibility that the soil will erode. If the soil is eroded, then what happened to the building? It will come down. That means the very large displacements may occur. That means if we are constructing soil at the surface, then we cannot achieve the fixity. If the soil will simply moves away, then how can we attain a fixity there? We cannot, right? And also, in some cases, at the top of the soil, this may be in organic also. Okay, and because of these reasons, we have to maintain minimum depth of the footing. So, normally at the top of the ground surface, what you will see, you will see organic soil, or you may be faced with some debris, or you may be faced with some youth soil. So all these types, debris is nothing but like a wastage. You cannot construct a structure on this type of the soil. We have to remove them first. So if there is any organic soil, if there is any debris or move, we have to construct a foundation or footing below of it. And the depth of the foundation should be maximum the force traction irrespective of the bearing capacity of the soil. That means, suppose if I constructed a foundation on the hilly area, can I construct a foundation like this? Will it be stable? No. Why? Because there should be some minimum depth. That means, suppose imagine if this is my level of foundation, then the minimum edge distance to the foundation and the nearest inclined slope, that is called the forced depth. So according to the condition, there are some limits for this forced depth. That means if it is a single story constructions, for a single story construction, this forced depth should be a minimum of 30 centimeter. If you are going more than one, and then it will be value of 60 centimeter. And also we have to follow some minimum edge distance. Minimum edge distance. This minimum edge distance should be 60 centimeter if it is a rocky slope, and 90 centimeters we have to follow if it is a soil surface. So wherever there is an inclined surface, that means if we are constructing a footing on the inclined surfaces or hilly areas, there you have to follow some force there, and also we have to maintain some minimum edge distance. And also, if the difference in elevation between footings should not be so great. So why? Because there should not be any undesirable overlapping of stresses in soil. So in general, we have to make sure that maximum difference in elevation maximum difference in elevation should be equal to a clear distance between two footings. Clear distance between two footings in case of a rock, that will be equal to half of clear distance between two footings. Half of clear distance between two footings if it is a soil surface. That means uh, let us let us say that you are constructing footing at two different levels. This is one level of the footing and this is another level of the footing. So we are having difference in elevations of these two footings. So what is the clear distance between these two? Let us say the clear distance between these two footings are d. So this elevation should not be greater than this clear distance. If it is rocky soil, should not be greater than a 1 by 2 of this clear distance if it is a soil surface. Why? Because if loads are acting on a structure, then there may be a possibility that the stress isobars will overlap. If the isobars are overlapping, then intensity of the pressure will increase. To avoid that, we have to restrict the maximum elevation between the columns. Okay. Normally, these are the criteria that we have to remember while deciding the depth of a footing. In the next video, we will see about the settlement of the foundations. Thank you.